Hello everyone, I'm Mila and welcome to my little book nook. Today we're gonna take a look at all the books I am prioritizing in 2024. Now I know I'm a bit late because usually these are posted at the beginning or maybe middle of January and it's already the end of February. But I'm always late, so this just fits right in. But before we do anything, I want to talk about the book I'm reading first. And this time I'm reading Nettle and Bone by T. Kingfisher. Nettle and Bone is about a girl named Mara. Mara is the youngest of 3 princesses. And when she's a little girl, her older sister gets married off to a prince in the Northern Kingdom. A couple of months later, her sister is returned to her home because she is no longer alive. She has fallen. And because that sister is no longer alive, the middle sister is married off to the same prince. And that middle sister keeps getting pregnant because the prince keeps hurting her. So Mara finds that out and goes on a little quest to find a way to save her sister by taking the prince's life before the sister is also lost to an accident. A deliberate accident, let's say. So yeah, I got my book. I got my biscuits. And let's go. So the first book I want to prioritize this year is finally starting and finishing Kingdom of Ash. I have read the entire series of Throne of Glass up to this book because I'm scared. It's a thickie. And I have cried at pretty much all of Sarah's books. I'm scared. Like, I finished the book that came before this over a year ago. And I still haven't started this one. I'm scared. But I have to read it. I just have to read it. Like, I have to finish the series. I've wanted to read it. I just didn't dare. So this year is gonna be it. This year is gonna be the year where I read this book. This chunky bitch. And now the reason I want to read that is not only because I want to finish this book, but also because I want to read these 3. This one has only just come out last month and everyone and their aunt has already read it and I have FOMO. So, after I finish that chunky one, I have to finish these chunky ones. And I haven't heard great things about them, but I still want to read them because I really like Sarah J. Maas and her books. So I have to read it. I even have multiple copies of the first 2 books because I know I'm gonna love it. Even though it might not be very good. So the next book I want to read is Bride by Ali Hazelwood. I'm not that big of a romance girly, but Ali Hazelwood seems to be putting something in her books that makes me love these. Like, I have all of Ali Hazelwood's books that are out right now, and there's one I didn't finish, and that is Loath to Love You, because it's 3 stories, and I did not like the first story, but that's mainly because of the main male character. I did not like him. So I just stopped. I was like, no. Every other book by Ali Hazelwood has been either a 4.5 or a 5-star read for me. So I'm very excited to read this. I can't wait. The next books I want to read are The Cruel Prince. Now this is going to be a reread for me. I have read these twice already. And these are one of my favorite book series of all times. I read these when I first got back into reading in 2020, and I loved them. So I want to read them again. Not only do I want to read the entire Cruel Prince series again, I also want to read The Stolen Heir, also by Holly Black. Book 2 of this series is going to be coming out in March 5th, if I'm correct. And I'm getting ready to read all of them in one go. So I'll start with the Cruel Prince series first, and then I'll read the Stolen Heir series right afterwards. If you hear something weird, it's my cats. They've done drugs, I think. They've gone mental. Another book I want to read this year is going to be The Fragile Threads of Power. I recently read the entire Shades of Magic series and I loved it. It is my new favorite book series of all times. So I have to read it. It's that simple. I even got a signed copy at Dutch Comic Con last year, which I was very happy about. Not that I care much about signed copies, but it was the same price as a regular copy, so I was like, why not? I'm not paying more for it, so why not just get a signed copy? So that's another book I want to read this year. By the way, if you see something here, that's the sun. Apparently she still exists. We haven't seen her in 12.5 years, probably. She still exists. Could have fooled me, but okay. The last books I want to talk about is the Realmbreaker series by Victoria Aveyard. Book 3, Fatebreaker, is going to be coming out tomorrow, I believe. So I want to read this entire series. I've been putting it off, waiting until all 3 of them have been released and until I have all 3 of them in my possession. I really liked Red Queen, so I think I'm gonna like these. So I've been waiting, so I didn't have to wait when I read book 1 for book 2 to come out, and when I read book 2 for book 3 to come out. So I was like, I'm gonna just bang, do them all in one go. So I waited for them. And now tomorrow is going to be the release date of book 3. And I'm going to be getting that and reading that. So that's going to be on my priority TBR as well. So yeah. I have a little update as I ended up finishing Nettle and Bone. I liked it a lot. It was a 3.5 stars because it wasn't as memorable as any other works. Hi Frodo! Made by T. Kingfisher. This is Frodo, aka Little Goosey. So yeah, I finished it, 3.5 stars, liked it a lot, but not as memorable as the rest. But yeah, this is going to be the end of my video. Thank you all for being here, and I will see you next time.